Hell's Kitchen at night, the streets are slick with rain and shadow. Somewhere in the darkness, a legend is about to rise. Marvel Comics Group presents the man without fear, a blind vigilante who turns the city's fear against itself. His name is Daredevil. Above the noise and grime of the city, a new threat is coming into focus. A gladiator is promised to the night. In the alleys of Hell's Kitchen, every footstep echoes like a warning. Every heartbeat says the fight is about to begin. The shadows tighten, the tension rises, and the city holds its breath. Daredevil is here, and he is not afraid. Hell's Kitchen at night, where neon bleeds through the fog and every shadow feels like a warning. Daredevil, the man without fear, stands at the edge of a new obsession. A strange East Side costume shop beckons like a secret waiting to be unwrapped. Into that doorway walks Foggy Nelson, and a new saga begins.
Karen is about 99% convinced I'm really Daredevil. But she still hasn't said she'll marry me.
Foggy's grin hides a desperate hope, and the stakes are suddenly personal. He'll prove the truth if he has to burn through the whole city to do it.
So I've got to convince her 100%, and this is the place to do it.
A frantic footnote flashes across the page, a wink from the creators as the story races ahead. Even the credits hum with comic book swagger. And beneath the playful words, the real hook lands hard. Love, identity, and danger are already closing in on Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen at night, rain glosses the sidewalks, and a lonely costume shop squats in the dark like a secret waiting to be found. Inside, wax figures stare from the gloom, silent as witnesses.
Maybe I'm a fool for even considering a far-out stunt like this, but if it'll win Karen for me, it's worth anything.
He steps into the seedy little store, trying to look casual, trying not to be recognized. But the place feels wrong, too still, too empty, like the building itself is holding its breath.
Whoever runs this place sure makes great costumes. The wax figures all look like the real thing. Hello, is anyone around? You've got a customer here. Hello.
You called me. Who are you? What do you want? You should not have disturbed me at my work.
Oh, there is someone here. I was interested in a costume, but it isn't important.
Not important? Then you should not have come in here. You should not have disturbed me at my work. What kind of costume do you want?
The one right behind you would do me fine.
And in the dim, eerie light, the stranger's blazing eyes never blink, while somewhere in the room, danger begins to awaken. Hell's Kitchen at night, the streets slick with shadow, and a cramped tailor shop glows like a secret in the dark. Foggy Nelson is desperate enough to bargain for a Daredevil costume.
I do not have a Daredevil costume in your size. You'll have to take something else.
I can't, it has to be Daredevil. You see, it's for a costume party.
If it is merely for a party, why does it have to be Daredevil? I have many others that would fit you.
Actually, I want to impress a girl. She's real sweet on Daredevil, and I want her to think I'm the man without fear.
Very well, I will alter the costume so that it will fit you, but you will have to pay an extra charge.
It'll be worth it. This means a lot to me.
Minutes later, the measurements are taken and the bargain is struck. Foggy heads out into the night, never seeing the cold idea taking shape behind him.
All their glamour, all their appeal, lies within those colorful costumes. Take them away and they're no better than I am. Costumed superheroes, I hate them all. I've spent years proving a theory. Anyone can be a hero or a villain if you build the power into the clothes.
And now, at last, he's ready to prove it. The unsuspecting fool in that Daredevil suit is about to become his guinea pig. Hell's Kitchen gives way to a quieter corner of the city, where a lonely apartment holds its breath. Inside, Matt Murdock sits in thought, blind, still, and dangerously unaware of the storm he's about to unleash.
I still can't decide what to do about Foggy. Every chance he gets, he keeps dropping hints to Karen that he's really Daredevil. He doesn't suspect what a dangerous game he's playing, and if I expose him, I'd be revealing my own secret too.
He needs to clear the cobwebs, needs action motion, the hard discipline that keeps the darkness at bay. In seconds, the quiet attorney descends to his hidden lower floor gym. And there he is, Daredevil, transformed, training by instinct and superhuman senses, pushing harder into the night. But even in the solitude of that secret room, one deadly mistake could mean his end.
Ah, this is what I needed. A chance to move, to leap, to be the man I want to be. I must be, always. And if old enemies ever thought Foggy was me, I'd be the one to pay for it.
Hour after hour, the savage workout rages on, unseen by any human eyes, until the training bag finally gives up the fight.
I've got to get a heavier bag. This is the fourth one I've broken today. Well, I guess that wraps it up for now.
Hell's Kitchen at noon. The city still wearing last night's shadows as Matt Murdock arrives at Nelson, and Murdock with trouble already waiting behind the walls. His radar sense catches Karen and Foggy close together inside, and the quiet promise of dinner hangs in the air like a spark in the dark.
Hello, is anybody here?
Oh, Matt, come in. We wondered where you were. Matt, thank goodness you're here. I always worry so when you're walking around town alone.
You shouldn't worry, Karen. I'm always very careful, and I usually wait till someone helps me cross the street.
And remember, Karen, if Matt ever does get in trouble, Daredevil, I'm always here to come to his aid.
Foggy keeps weaving a dangerous little lie, and Matt can only smile through it as the mask of the ordinary blind man settles back into place.
If I'm ever missing for a few days, don't concern yourself. I have business matters to take care of which I can't tell anyone about.
By evening, the city folds itself into shadow again, and Foggy returns to the gloomy costume shop with a plan that could set everything ablaze.
I hope my Daredevil duds are ready for me. I'll fold the costume in my desk drawer and casually ask Karen to get something from there.
He hears the light in the back room, the hush of someone nearby, and the thrill of being seen as a hero begins to drown out reason. The more convinced Karen is that he's Daredevil, the more glamorous he thinks he'll seem to her. But in Hell's Kitchen, vanity is just another way to invite danger. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows pressing against the windows of a cramped costume shop. Inside, one man works with eerie focus, as if every stitch could decide his fate.
Wish I could see better.
Then a voice cuts through the silence, and the startled tailor spins, caught off guard in the dim glow of his work lamp.
How did you get in here? How much did you see?
Take it easy, you told me to come after dark, remember? I'm just here for my Daredevil suit. That's great, I can't wait to see it.
Your costume is ready. I will show you.
But the tailor isn't offering a simple fitting, he's laying out a sly, dangerous plan. A staged battle, a false villain, and a secret meant to fool one woman.
You couldn't lose if you follow my plan.
Okay, I'm hooked, what's the pitch?
I have many sinister villain suits in my shop. For a price, I could hire someone to wear one and pretend to attack you.
I get it, the fight would be a phony, just staged to impress Karen.
Don't worry, someone will be there to attack Daredevil.
All right, I'll do it.
The trap is set and the fool thinks he's won a harmless little scheme. But in Hell's Kitchen, every mask has teeth, and this night is about to bite back. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening as Foggy's hurried homecoming gives way to a quieter kind of danger. Above the rooftops, the man without fear waits in the dark, listening for every telltale breath.
I'm beginning to think it takes more than a costume to make a man look like a superhero. It's too bad I don't have a build like Matt. But anyway, it'll be dark when I have to go into action.
But even as Foggy studies himself in the mirror, another figure crouches silently overhead. Daredevil hears the truth in the muttered words below and knows Foggy has gone farther than anyone expected.
Something tells me I'm biting off more than I can chew, but I'm doing it for Karen. And a girl like that is worth any risk. Well, I'd better get going now.
On the rooftop above, Daredevil tightens like a coiled spring. Foggy is heading into the night, and the man without fear is already moving to intercept the danger before it reaches him.
I wonder if a hidden costume starts to itch under a suit.
That's a traffic copter, just what the doctor ordered. And away we go.
Hell's Kitchen at night, rain-slick streets humming with traffic. In a musty costume shop, a mad plan is taking shape in the shadows. Tiny adjustments, whispered boasting, and a final stitch of genius, the would-be challenger to Daredevil is finishing his masterpiece. He dreams of forcing the man without fear to come to him.
A fool like Nelson will fall first, and then the real Daredevil will be dragged into my trap. These boots are perfection, tungsten blades sharp enough to cut through any armor. Daredevil's line will be severed like butter. And it won't stop with him. Spider-Man, Iron Man, even Thor, I'll take the greatest prizes in the world. The costume itself will make me legendary. Fame, respect, the admiration they give their so-called heroes, all of it will be mine. And now, the helmet, protection against any blow, with its own oxygen supply for the impossible. And these wrist shields forged for slashing, powered for speed, turning them into whirling weapons and deadly launchers.
Years of obsession, every cent spent, every dream poured into steel and circuitry. At last, the challenger stands ready to face the world, and Daredevil won't know what hit him. Hell's Kitchen at night, the city hunched beneath a bruised sky, its alleys drowning in shadow. Somewhere ahead, a menace savors victory in the dark.
The gladiator, but I shall not gloat now. There will be ample opportunity for that later, after I have shown the world how shallow, how petty those conceited clods who dare call themselves heroes really are.
A cold promise hangs in the air as the villain turns from triumph to purpose. His target is already chosen, and the night is running out.
Now I must hasten to keep my appointment with Nelson. I would not want to deny him the honor of being the first of many to fall before my might.
And so the trap is set in motion, a deadly shadow moving through Hell's Kitchen toward its prey. Somewhere in that darkness, Daredevil listens and the hunt begins. Hell's Kitchen at night, dark and still, becomes the perfect stage for a villain's cruel debut. Somewhere in the shadows, a costumed hunter waits to strike. A cab slows near the waterfront and Daredevil moves in silence, leaping for the overpass before anyone can spot him. The docks stink of salt water and raw lumber, and the streets feel deserted.
I smell salt water and the raw lumber they use for packing crates. We must be near the docks.
The man without fear listens to the empty night, hearing nothing human nearby. Even Matt Murdock knows better than to trust a waterfront rendezvous.
Keep the change, driver. We won't be needing you any longer.
It's lonely here, an odd place for any appointment. Then a faint metallic scrape reaches Daredevil's ears. Someone is moving beside a steel shed, trying not to be heard.
So Foggy does have an appointment, but with whom?
Don't be frightened, Karen. You know I'm here to protect you.
You have come far enough, sniveling coward.
Those are the words of a master villain, if I'm not mistaken.
Foggy, be careful, please be careful.
At last, the hidden threat reveals itself, and Daredevil can feel the danger tightening like a noose. But tonight, every heartbeat in Hell's Kitchen is leading toward the same terrifying question: who is the real trap for whom? Hell's Kitchen at night, fog clings to the alleys and the rooftops like a shroud. Somewhere in the darkness, a performance of danger is already underway.
I challenge you, do you dare pit your strength against that of the gladiator?
Brother, he's laying it on thick. I hope he doesn't overact too much.
Will you fight or won't you? I haven't got all night.
Daredevil watches from the shadows, realizing the truth at once. Foggy has gone and hired an actor to play a villain for Karen's sake.
No need for that. Just stay behind these crates out of the way. He may look dangerous to you, but I'm used to his kind.
I shall wait no longer. I'm coming after you.
I should have worn a different suit. This one is too tight with the costume underneath.
Minutes later, the bluff grows thicker, the tension rising in the fog. And still, the man without fear knows one thing for certain. If Foggy ever keeps playing this game in public, his reputation may not survive the night. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows clinging to brick and fire escapes as danger stalks the alleyways. Somewhere ahead, a duel is about to ignite.
That won't be necessary. Prepare to meet your defeat, villain.
Let the battle begin, the rage within me. It is genuine.
But beneath the bravado, the man in the horned mask seethes with uneasy thoughts. He hates this charade almost as much as he hates the buffoon standing opposite him.
I'd better wave the billy club around a little to impress Karen. Blast it, the club is only a plastic dummy. No wonder the costume maker didn't have any customers, pawning off shoddy stuff like this. Okay, here comes the man without fear.
The performance continues, but so does the pressure. Foggy is off playing his own little charade, and Karen remains dangerously unprotected.
I thought you'd never get here, Daredevil.
You're about to wish I didn't, by golly. Your doom is at hand.
Then Daredevil's radar sense flares, a warning buried beneath the noise. Foggy's excited pulse, the cold steel blades hidden on his clothing. This man means murder.
Something's wrong. Got to warn Foggy.
Before he can move, the gladiator strikes first and the fake hero goes down hard. Even a glancing blow is enough to drop him while the real danger closes in. Hell's Kitchen at night, wet pavement, dead shadows, and fear running faster than the footsteps. Karen Page breaks from hiding, panicked, desperate to find help before Foggy is killed.
Poor Foggy, I've got to find help before he's killed. Who? Of course.
In the costume's warped vanity, the gladiator's rage hardens into destiny. He vows that if he is to wear this mask, he must become something greater than a man.
My mistake was only playing at villainy as the flabby fool played at heroism. When I donned this outfit, I became the gladiator. I can never again be less.
He lunges after Karen's fleeing silhouette, obsession blazing behind every step. In his mind, she is bait and Daredevil, the prey waiting in the dark.
I shall use the girl to trap Daredevil and the others. Once they are destroyed, I shall stand alone, supreme.
Hold it, chum. The young lady obviously doesn't want to meet you.
One blow didn't finish you, so much the better.
Daredevil stays calm, letting the brute mistake him for Foggy. Carelessness can be a weapon in Hell's Kitchen. But one clean punch isn't enough, and the gladiator's strength suddenly feels terrifyingly real.
He thinks I'm Foggy, which is fine with me. One solid punch ought to do it.
The blow slams into Daredevil's wrist shield, stopping him cold. And in that instant, the gladiator realizes the truth. This man is far stronger than he looked, strong enough to be the real Daredevil. Meanwhile, in Hell's Kitchen at night, a breathless Karen bursts onto the nearest avenue, panic chasing every step. The neighborhood closes in around her like a trap. Long seconds drag into agonized minutes beneath the black water of Hell's Kitchen. Daredevil is trapped in the gladiator's crushing grip, and every heartbeat feels like it may be his last. Above the pier, the police mill about in ignorance, blind to the mortal struggle just yards away. Foggy Nelson lies motionless nearby, still in costume, hidden from sight.
Not even Namor kept me under this long. My lungs are bursting.
He has incredible stamina, but his grip is slackening. Another few moments and I shall win.
Meanwhile, across town, Karen Page arrives at a familiar office building in mid-Manhattan. She's desperate to find Matt, and the worry in her voice is starting to sound like fear.
Matt mentioned he might work late tonight. I've just got to talk to him.
I'm so confused. I don't know whether or not I can believe my own eyes anymore.
After a short elevator ride, Karen unlocks the Murdoch and Nelson reception room and steps into the dim office. But the building manager is waiting in the shadows, and something about his timing feels wrong.
Forgive my intruding, Miss Page. I'm Mr. Dunn, the building manager. Is there anything I can do?
No, thank you. I thought Matt Murdoch might be working late.
If you don't mind, I'd rather postpone this discussion until the morning. I'm not feeling very well.
Worry and exhaustion finally crash over Karen all at once. She wavers in the doorway while somewhere far away, Daredevil still fights for one more breath in the dark. Meanwhile, in the chill black water of the bay, Daredevil makes one desperate final move. Hell's Kitchen is far above him, but the fight is still clawing for life.
Got to make this one look really good.
Water resistance slows his strike, giving the gladiator time to guard. Daredevil lets his body go limp and sinks away, gambling everything on one dangerous lie.
He can't last much longer. That blow was feeble. I barely felt it.
Then the powerful muscles relax and the crimson-clad body slips slowly beneath the surface. For one heartbeat, the villain thinks victory is his.
At last, he's finished. I've won. The gladiator has won.
A few seconds later, triumph swells in his chest like poison. Years of bowing before lesser men have taught him one thing: tonight, he will proclaim himself to the world.
The girl fled, but no matter. She was merely a pawn. There are other, better means of proving myself.
But Daredevil is not finished. He remembers Namor, remembers helplessness underwater, and the breathing discipline that turned panic into power.
Okay, Gladiator, it's time for round 2.
Tonight, in the cold pressure of the bay, every stolen breath counts. And as the battle turns again, Daredevil's hard-won control may be the only thing keeping death from closing its fist. Hell's Kitchen at night, the shadows are thick and mean. Daredevil and the Gladiator circle each other like predators in the dark.
Next time you want to go scuba diving with me, friend, let me have one of those breathing masks, too. You didn't play fair at all. There I go again, sounding like Foggy.
You will regret not perishing in the bay. Your death there would have been easy, painless.
Nice of you to be so concerned. My reflexes are off. I must still be groggy. He nearly nailed me that time.
You idiot, have you not learned that your puny fists are nothing against the costume of the gladiator?
I'd better start bearing down. His pulse rate has increased. He must be getting ready to leap.
Now you have no place left to run. Your last avenue of escape is closed. Your overrated agility is useless here. My costume, my genius, will give me victory.
Daredevil twists away at the last instant, using the ground itself as a weapon. In a blink, he turns the gladiator's own aerial attack into a trap.
This is one case where ground strategy can successfully counter an air attack. He keeps talking about his costume. If I were a psychologist, I'd say my foe has an identity problem. He can't seem to tell where he ends and his clothing begins.
Now the gladiator is in the air, and there's no time to change direction. Daredevil has only 1 second left to decide who lands the final blow. Hell's Kitchen at night, the fog clings to the brick and the alleyways like a guilty secret. Daredevil listens through the chaos, already thinking 3 moves ahead.
Which is my cue to end this little square dance.
He knows he's been fighting blind in a city that never stops watching. Somewhere nearby, Foggy is still alive and the truth is still out there.
He should be out long enough for me to find Foggy, and perhaps find out who and why I've been battling.
Police Karen must have gotten to safety and called them. They'll probably ask a lot of embarrassing questions that I can't answer.
A masked figure stumbles in the gloom, breath ragged, dazed by the impact. Daredevil's senses flare as the truth of the mask becomes obvious to his fingertips.
His breathing is erratic. He's dazed. And I just felt a spot right beneath his jaw that's not covered by his mask.
I saw him go over those crates. Only Daredevil could make that kind of jump. I'll let the authorities question Gladiator. Maybe they can discover his identity a lot faster than I could.
Foggy's okay, groaning but alive. In the confusion, the police close in and the night swallows the last clues whole.
I wonder who this character is. I dunno, I've never seen him before. Maybe that page girl can tell us.
But Daredevil has already vanished into Hell's Kitchen, leaving only questions behind. And somewhere in the dark, the hunt for his enemy is just beginning. Hell's Kitchen at night, shadows lengthening over rain-slick streets as Daredevil stalks the rooftops, trying to make sense of a disaster he can't quite name.
What was this guy up to, Daredevil? I don't know.
You don't know? Do you usually clobber people for no reason?
Me, of course not. I was. On patrol, that's it. And he looked suspicious.
Say, I never thought Daredevil would be so flabby. There was a girl, what happened to her?
Miss Page, she's at the office where she works. Now quit staring and take a breather.
The imposter plays his part to the end, and Matt Murdock's mind races with a bitter private fury. His city, his name, his mask, all of it is slipping through Foggy Nelson's hands. Violently, angrily, Daredevil skims across the skyline toward his office, determined to put on his other face and hunt for answers before the night swallows him whole.
The doctor said Miss Page will be all right.
He'll probably be in tomorrow. She's only suffering from nervous fatigue. She should be good as new by morning. By the way, do you know where I might contact Mr. Nelson, your partner? I have some personal business with him.
The building manager departs, and Matt is left alone with a terrible realization. Foggy's reckless masquerade has gone too far. If he can't stop his friend, his future as Daredevil and the fragile justice he protects may be ruined.